Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to Small Town Johnstown podcast. I am your host, Nick.
And I'm the other host, Jenny.
And today we are talking about
Drinks.
and drink areas.
Drink areas.
Just like the start of the day, we're going to start off with coffee drink areas downtown.
Yeah, we got daytime drinks and nighttime drinks.
Yes, we're covering anything that mostly has to do with drinks. So let's start off with Johnstown's favorite coffee place. Well, it used to be favorite, Dunkin' Donuts.
Not Dunkin' Donuts.
We are starting off with where I like to get breakfast because they have the Cowboy and the Big Mama Jama, which is two really good breakfast sandwiches in Flood City Cafe. It's usually where we mostly go to for our coffee because, like I said, I like the breakfast there. And it's a very beautiful area to get coffee. It's downtown. It's right next to Coney Island hot dogs. And it's got a little mic area. It's got a bunch of tables, a fire pit in case you get a little cold during the winter. And it has a drive-through window, which is really nice and convenient sometimes when you're on the go.
Flood City's been here since I was in middle school, so I would say that they're doing pretty okay. I would say that their coffee is good enough for them to still be open after all these years. They definitely know what they're doing. Their stuff is good. They always have rotational drinks, seasonal drinks. Right now they have candy bar drinks, which I think is interesting. The other day I got coffee, soda, cherry cola float coffee kind of thing with vanilla cold foam. And that was good. Definitely outside of the box from
the typical
Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah. They're not the only coffee area downtown. Jenny likes the Right Cup because she really loves their
aesthetic.
It's like a writer's aesthetic. It has a couple of typewriters, and I got the Scrabble and little magazines and books if you wanted to read that.
Yeah, they're very cute, and they also have a decent amount of coffee options, rotational options. They're right next to the park. They are newer. They have my favorite mocha, which is like chocolate coffee, basically, the two best things.
Wait, it's not a maca?
So Nicholas is not very good with names, as you can probably figure out by now. So do you know the difference between a mocha and a matcha?
Yeah, matcha is that green stuff that tastes like earth, which is good in its own right, but I like it cold, not hot. And a mocha is just goated chocolate, Willy Wonka.
I'm glad we could have you figure those two out.
Took me years to figure out.
I wouldn't say years, but you've gotten them confused a couple of times.
Plentiful amount of times. Next is Classic Elements, which also has very good locally brewed coffee, just same as the Right Cup and Flood City. Local Elements also has breakfast options.
Classic Elements. You said local elements.
My dyslexia is acting up. Classic Elements, sorry.
You're proving my point right now.
Sorry, Classic Elements. I was looking at it too, and I'm still getting it wrong. Classic Elements still has a good amount of breakfast stuff, but they also are a little bit more artistic. As you can see, we have some of their artwork behind us. These little coffee.
We have our little town coasters, and those are made by Randy Spencer. I found out today. A local artist.
Yes, they also have an art gallery that we've checked out from local artists, which is really cool. So if you want to enjoy your coffee, sip on some coffee, look at some local artwork,
they have local authors as too. They have a bunch of books because they're also like a bookstore, and they have crafts and bags made by local artists, pottery, cups. They have all kinds of stuff.
A lot of the local work is these artists are based them off local landmarks around Johnstown. So be proud of some local landmarks you've seen walking around Johnstown and want to take it home with you. They will have those options, more likely.
So the Right Cup, Flood City, and Classic Elements were all part of the coffee crawl, what was the other one? Java Journey.
Yeah, the Java Journey.
That they had, and I believe it was April that we participated in and did not finish just because
we went on some dietary options.
Yeah, we had some dietary restrictions, and we're also
going to Pittsburgh a lot to try and look for apartments.
Yeah, and I work throughout the week, so the only time we could really get coffee was like Fridays and Saturdays.
Yeah, because they're not open Sundays, which, again, if anybody knows why businesses aren't open on Sundays around the Johnstown area, if not other areas, but I mainly know this around Johnstown, especially locally business-wise, they shut down on Sundays, please comment in the comments to let us know, because we were wondering that for a while.
Moving outside the city, we do have the Morning Grind on Ferndale Avenue, which is recently voted the best of Johnstown coffee shop.
I do like the Morning Grinds coffee. I do like their frappes.
Frappes, whatever they call them. Blended
Blended.
coffee.
Blended coffee. I think frappes are like coined by McDonald's, so you can't use it.
No, Frappuccino is trademarked by Starbucks, so you can't use Frappuccino, but I think Frappe is fair game.
Okay, frappe is fair game.
Yeah.
With their, we usually get the cheesecake. White
Yeah,
cheesecake.
we normally get the mocha cheesecake, chocolate cheesecake syrup, and that's really good.
That is really good. Not the healthiest, but it's good.
And they also have my favorite muffins, and they have cake pops and oatmeal. They have a couple different breakfast things. They do have breakfast sandwiches, and that's a really good option. I would say the only complaint is they're just like kind of out of the way. Like they're not in Richland and they're not downtown. So you definitely have to go out of the way to get coffee from there, but I would say that it's worth it if you need a break or want to work on something.
They have local Wi-Fi.
They have Wi-Fi, so
Which I'm sure other places here have Wi-Fi. I'm not 100% sure.
definitely a nice hangout spot and somewhere to go if you have not tried it. Like I said, best of Johnstown coffee shop, not Dunkin' Donuts this year.
Not Dunkin' Donuts this year.
So highly recommend.
They've been dethroned. Before we move on, and I forgot to mention this, but Flood City does have that really good cake muffin with the caramel inside.
Oh, they do have really good muffins at Flood City
They
too.
do have really good muffins at Flood City.
Cookie dough and what was it? Caramel.
Yeah, the caramel coffee toff or whatever cake.
Coffee cake.
We really should have done the menu breakdown.
Yeah.
This isn't a food episode. This
We're
is a coffee episode.
mostly talking about
But-
the drinks and
yeah.
coffee that they have.
I remember in St. Patty's Day they had like a bunch of Irish drinks. I think they had a bunch of Christmas drinks for Christmas. I did not see any spooky drinks for Halloween, but I don't know if we're doing that then.
That's the thing that I like about the coffee shops is that they always have seasonal drinks and monthly drinks and different kind of things to keep you going there, so it's not the same thing. I know at Starbucks we both have like a regular drink that we're always going to get, and seasonally they only add like maybe 2 or 3 different things, but the local shops are always changing and coming up with new things for you to try, and that's another reason that I prefer to shop local, because
Yeah, they get unique with it.
cute little custom drinks.
Like with local sports teams, always have like cute little custom unique things to them that may separate them from the MLB.
Yeah.
So this adds that little personal touch to your drink, which is a nice, like, when, it's the morning, you're tired, or you want coffee. I drink coffee when I eat too much sometimes, just to get that relaxing feeling. So it's just nice to have that little personal touch to add it to your coffee.
Yeah. A little more love
And they all
made into
cost
your
about,
drink.
yeah, a little more love. And they all cost about the same as Starbucks, if not a little bit cheaper.
If not cheaper, yeah, seriously.
So. Now, there's also, we have yet to try the Millhouse.
No, we've been there. We only went there once, though.
Oh, yeah. They had that really good, I forget, what was it? It was
I think I got red velvet or something.
yes, I got a normal coffee, but they had that sandwich that I tried.
Yeah.
The waffle sandwiches.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really good. Comes with 2 for the price of 1.
And that's in Westmont.
That's in Westmont. It's nice. It's a small little spot. So if you do get coffee, I kind of recommend just getting on the go and then going back to your normal day activities.
Probably like the same size as like the Right Cup, like shop wise. Like the Flood City is really big. I would say the Morning Grind is somewhere in the middle, but Millhouse and the Right Cup are both smaller like seating areas.
Yeah, but you can still, I think you can see. I think Millhouse had like 2 tables. The Right Cup has like 3 or 4.
I'm not sure. I wasn't counting the chairs, Nicholas. I don't know.
Hey, if I fits, I sits. As a
Stop.
bigger dude, I gotta make sure I can sit at these tables.
You can't.
Ryan's
Artisans
Goods. Ryan Artisans Goods
Sure.
has really good bagels. One of the best bagels I've had in Johnstown. They have really good bagel sandwiches. I knew I did get a bacon egg and cheese bagel, best breakfast sandwich on the planet. Come at me if you agree otherwise. The Egg McNuffin got nothing on the bacon, egg, and cheese bagel. All right, get at me. They also have really good coffee and they have a bunch of assorts of baked goods. They are not just a coffee and morning coffee like bakery shop. They have, I'm pretty sure they did cakes. I'm pretty sure they did cupcakes and all that other.
They have a lot. So they're not lamb cakes and like they focus on desserts, but they do have a lot of like baked goods and breads and bagels and different things. So if you are looking for Johnstown's best bagel, but you also want a morning coffee for your breakfast.
Or you want to order a cake for a birthday or a wedding and then have a coffee at the same time with the bagel. You can do that at Ryan's.
All right.
Which is in Cambria?
Cambria City.
Cambria City.
Is that part of town, yes. On Broad Street.
Speaking of lamb chops is known as mainly a bakery.
Lamb cakes.
Lamb cakes. Sorry, lamb chops are those little toys you give the dogs. My dogs love them. Confused. Lamb Cakes, last name because the dude's last name is Lamb, is a bakery, but they also have coffee. We haven't had their coffee there yet, but we have had their bakery accessories.
I might have had it once a couple of years ago.
Yeah, we will get into Lamb Cakes in another episode because we're mainly just focusing on coffee shops again. And then we have yet to try the rustic blend. The rustic blend.
I don't know why you read my notes. You can't read very well.
Which is newer here at Wimber that we will try out soon.
I have heard good things about the rustic blend, so we will be trying it out sometime. We just don't go to Wimber very often.
Yeah. Yeah, true. Wimber's expensive.
Wimber's just out of the way. We're like on the other side of Johnstown.
True. Now, if you just had a good morning, you had that morning breakfast, you had that morning coffee to give you some energy, it's lunchtime, you eat, I don't know, a salad or something, it wouldn't be healthy. There's Roots downtown.
And what do they have, Nicholas?
They have acidic bowls.
Acai
bowls, which is fruit with a good, you can get coconut type mixture ice cream custard thing with your fruit with Nutella. There's kiwi and stuff. They have juices though. They're mainly known as Roots Juicery, so you can get a lot of juices from there. Lemonades, freshly squeezed.
They have limeades and orangeades as well. I was looking.
I don't know many different. I just know lemonades. So they have Energizer drink aids.
Yeah, and they also make their own kombucha too.
Do they make their own kombucha?
Yeah, it's just like $9. So.
It's pricey but I mean drinks like that usually aren't like franchise bland company getting pumped with who knows what in those companies.
Yeah, they're natural and like you know what you're drinking if you're buying that.
Yeah, you can read the ingredients and somewhat understand what's on the back of them. Roots also has smoothies. They got smoothies too.
Smoothies and smoothie bowls.
Yeah, so if you want to be on a healthy fruit blend thing, go to Roots. Roots is very good, very delicious. Just know you might pay a little bit of a pretty penny. It's not cheap.
Well, fruit is expensive in general, so it's definitely not like not a quick, cheap lunch.
Yeah.
Not anything like a $1 McChicken. Not that McChickens are $1 anymore.
No, they're like $2 themselves.
If you want to eat healthy, you do have to pay more, which is unfortunate in the
Welcome to America
country we live in. Yes.
Now going to if you like to be a little late night weekend.
Yeah, you're done with your morning coffee and you're done with your lunch smoothie for dinner.
Your body's feeling fresh and healthy, and then you're like, you know what, body? This is why we put in the work in the morning.
Yeah, work hard, play hard.
Play harder. Work hard, play harder. We have a lot of bars here in Johnstown. Now, I remember when we started this podcast, you said you had a few comments about how there's a lot of options, a variety of bars around the Johnstown area. Would you care to explain?
Yeah, so if you think of Johnstown, what are some of the most common, most popular businesses or locations in Johnstown? I think bars is up there with
Churches
and the other two, think.
Clothes?
No, think like like franchise or corporation businesses.
Walmart.
We only have one Walmart.
M Subs.
There's a couple M subs, but I don't think that's like
Dollar General.
Dollar General, and there's one more.
Five and Below? No.
They're everywhere.
Everywhere. I don't know.
Sheets.
Oh yeah, Sheets.
There's so many.
Wawa baby, Wawa gang.
There's so many Sheets, Dollar Generals, churches, and bars. I think are the most popular establishments in this town by a landslide.
Yeah, and I could. No offense to the bars. I see why you're needed. I'm sure there's a lot of bars anywhere you go, especially in a city. But Johnstown's putting up the numbers as much. If Johnstown was a city and you average that to the amount of bars they already have times how much it would be more if you made it a city, I feel like would be competing with the bigger cities for bars. Mm-hmm. But I would like to see a little more like places like Roots, a little more healthier places, specialty drinks and stuff like that that isn't alcohol, especially as somebody that's not the biggest drinker. I feel as if that would be a nicer option for other people to go and hang out and drink that isn't alcoholic.
Yeah, we spoke a little bit on that briefly, and I'm not surprised by the amount of bars that there are in this town. And again, there's nothing wrong with that, especially if they're making a ton of money and a lot of people are going to these bars. But for
safely and responsibly.
Yes. I think there needs to be safer spaces or sober spaces for young people to hang out, like bars that aren't, I guess, restaurants, and they're open later. All the coffee shops close early, so it's not like you can go sip 9, 10 o'clock coffee.
Yeah, so 18, from 18 to 20, you can't drink. Mm-hmm. And then
so where do you go?
Where do you go? There's nowhere to go, and then they'll just find a way to either get fake IDs or have somebody buy them drinks at Walmart. So, because that's all they know, because that's all anybody else does around here is just go to bars and drink, which is fine if you do it responsibly as an adult, but younger people need to, to know that there is other options that isn't just drinking, that they can go and hang out with their friends. Maybe do I don't understand why there isn't like a different, everybody loves their different waters. We mix different waters with the fruit and the lemon water and stuff. Why isn't there like a different, it might not be expensive. Why isn't there like a different water bar or a different juice bar or...
We should open that. We should open a water bar.
I'm down for a water bar.
A what?
A water bar? I'm down for that. I'm down for a different type of juice bar. A different, I don't know what other type of drink. Soda. There's soda. There's iced tea. Mm-hmm. Iced tea, not sweet tea. Sweet tea's gross and overly sugar-rated. Iced tea bar, green tea bar. We're going against Gallagher's, but there should be I think that'd be really cool. Or just have a bar of different drinks. Doesn't have to be one individually, but have those different sodas, those little dollar sodas that we get with different flavors and stuff. People really like that. Make it make it refreshing. Maybe do what Panera did with the lemonades, but not over caffeinate them.
I think also in the alcohol spaces, we should be more open to having mocktails on the menu, just casually on the drink menu or on the cocktail menu, but maybe with an asterisk.
What is a mocktail?
So it's basically a mixed drink without alcohol in it.
It's like a Shirley Temple?
Yeah.
Okay.
So order something like that, have that on the menu that blends in there with the rest of the drinks. So maybe one of your friends is sober but doesn't want to make a big deal. Because I know people our age sometimes do pressure others to drink. Why aren't you drinking? Come on, let's just have fun tonight. And some people just aren't comfortable with that. And I think if we made it easier to disguise the fact that you aren't drinking something with alcohol in it, that would make it easier on people who don't want to have to cause a big scene with their friends.
What was that one trend on TikTok where you ask for an angel shot with the bartender if some guy's creeping you out, like chicks did?
Yeah, so
Something like that.
I don't know if that's still popular, but yeah, there's...
Well, it can't be now. It's too popular.
Yeah, the angel shot was a way to discreetly ask the bartender or whoever was working for help because someone's
harassing
you. And also the thing with bars that we've also seen on TikTok is like the Swedish fish, like getting your drink spiked.
Oh, yeah.
Like people will walk around with their friends putting Swedish fish in their friends' drinks just to show how easy it is to get something slipped into your drink, because all it takes is a split second, you're looking away and you don't notice, and someone could be putting something in your drinks. And that's another danger with bars, is that
Especially when they get too crowded and you're in a crowded area, it's very hard.
yeah, it's doesn't take much for someone to sneak something in your drink. So you do have to be careful with that, whether you are drinking or not.
Also, drinking, there are a lot of people that don't do it responsibly and get too drunk and still think that they can drive, or think that they know their limit, and cause horrendous accidents that are threatening lives. I mean, bars are fine and we understand and like that. I mean, we like to go to a bar every now and then to hang out with our friends, to relax, to get a drink or two, but I feel like if we just maybe had some other options, people don't have to go to bars. I know a lot of people just go to bars because it's the only way to hang out with their friends. Maybe they have like, hey, can we go to this instead? You know, it might not be a bar, but we still get a couple drinks and just relax and chill and talk.
Yeah.
You can even kind of make like a bar setting. Just, this is a non-alcoholic bar.
Yeah.
I think that'd be really cool. The bars around this area, we're only going to name so many. There's a lot more that we cannot name or haven't been to or haven't found out yet. So
There's so many bars.
let us know of your favorite bars that you are from Johnstown, or maybe if you come to Johnstown visiting family, what your local favorite bar might be, or your local favorite bar in your town. But we, at this moment, we've been to Woodside, which is a nice, more of a restaurant, kind of like a local Applebee's. It has a bar. It has a live music DJ area in the back, but it also has food, family. You don't have to be 21 to go there. You just have to be 21 to drink.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of food variety, which is they have very good food.
Yeah, they won best like bar food or something. I'm not sure the category this year for that.
Yeah. We have Old Tollgate Inn, which has the best wings.
Best wings in our opinion.
In our opinion.
Yeah.
But I've also yet to have that one wing place. CK's with the 30 million options. So I'm very excited to try that. Johnstown Inn, which is also kind of, it's just a bar. That's more like a bar where there's some tables and a fireplace and then this thing, but it's like there's bartenders that kind of serve you. I've been to Johnstown Inn a couple of times. It's kind of nice, kind of just like secluded a little bit where it's at. And
yeah, it's on Frankstown Road, like between like Johnstown and Daisytown.
Yeah, I like it. It's a nice area if you want to feel like you're at bar with some bar music. We have Stadium Pub and Grill, which is for sale. That's recently come up. I'm not exactly sure why it's for sale, but I think the owner is having some health issues and they want to sell it to somebody that wants to keep it the Stadium Pub and Grill, but take care of it like it was their own. They are called the Stadium because they are right next to Point Stadium.
Yeah.
Point Stadium, the local baseball team. They are really good. They have a nice little outdoor center.
I like their outdoor
Near the
tent thing that they have.
Near the, not river, but whatever it's called.
The river.
Is it a river?
Conemaugh River. We've gone over this so many times.
Hold up. The reason why I don't think it's a river is because it's like a man-made thing. It's not like forest and it's like a park or whatever is there, not there.
Yeah.
So it's in like a tavern, not tavern. Like what's that one thing in LA has it where it's kind of like that, where it's like water goes
like
down.
a gorge?
No, I don't know. We'll get back to that in another episode. But they have a really nice outside area, which is with some lights and stuff, and they have a karaoke when they are open enough to have it. Wimber Hotel, I went to once. I liked it. That's a little bit more compact, but it's definitely a little bit more city-ish feel for the bar, which is really nice.
Yeah, they have a bar and a restaurant area. They've had live music. I like the Wimber Hotel.
Yeah, we can go there a couple more times. Franklin Street is a more fancier bar. It's a fancier Applebee's.
Yeah, they sold us with their like mac and cheese flights, which I think is cool that they, again, like having rotational foods and more options, I think is so much better for the small businesses. That's why I'll always gravitate towards that, because you can pick from like, what was it, 12 or 15 mac and cheeses, and you still get to pick 3 of them. So I think that was a great idea. And they also, talking about the drinking responsibly and not driving, I know that they just recently added a tow away sign in their parking lot, but she made it very clear, the owner, in her Facebook post, that she's okay with people leaving their cars there overnight, so they aren't driving home intoxicated. They'll only really tow your car if it's there for like multiple days or a week or something. So I think that's nice. I don't think bars should ever tow next day or in the morning or anything like that.
No, because I'm sure there's been people that parked there and just kind of left it. And then...
Well, that's fine if you're leaving your car
No, like
there.
left it there for like a week.
Yeah, I get that, but I think it's nice that she said, yeah, like, we have no problem with you leaving your car overnight. Don't worry about that, but make sure to pick it up before the end of the week, so.
Yeah. Do you want to name the rest of the bars?
Yes, so there's Dively's in Roxbury, which is interesting. We've piqued our interest. We just haven't made it there yet, because...
We're not the biggest
We're
drinkers.
not big drinkers. So there's Big Dogs, which is popular. You've been there before.
Once. Also very good wings, but it's a nice... It's any other bar.
The Haven, which is popular.
Good food.
Good food.
Is that the one we went with Beth and John?
No.
Or was that the lounge?
No, that was... What was it? TNC's in Dale, I think?
Oh, yeah. Well, there's TNC's in Dale.
Yeah, there's also that.
Which has good food.
Scott's by Dam, which I think is popular. I think a lot of people go to that.
Yeah. Also, I did hear the Haven has good food from my teacher at Penn House.
Okay. There's the Wine Loft, which I like, when they did their fondue night. That was fun, and they have a ton of drink options. I just wish they kind of explained more what their drinks were, because not being a drinker, I don't know the difference between... Well, I know, like, dry and sweet. There's Pinot, and there's champagne and Merlot and all these things. What are you doing?
Wine tasting.
Oh my gosh. As someone who doesn't drink, I would just like more kind of an explanation of what all these things are. But if you're a wine connoisseur, or whatever they call it, highly would recommend.
I don't drink wine. I'm not a wine drinker, so I like my mixed
You
drinks.
gotta shake it, you gotta spin
shake
it,
Yeah,
and then you gotta sniff it. Sounds like you're puffing an inhaler.
And they spit it out. They don't drink it. They spit it out.
Okay, moving along. There's also Murphy's Bar, which...
Just, ironically, is right across the hospital.
Yes. Lots of bars by the hospital. But they are also very well known for their wings, because they have like the whole chicken wing kind of together.
Okay. That's our drinks episode. Thank you for tuning in. Let us know what your favorite coffee, local drink, non-alcoholic drink area, and local bars are, where you get the most food. And do you base your drinks late at night for what their best wing, where you like the wings at?
Yeah, I feel like there's a big correlation between the bars and wings. I feel like that's people's favorite thing to have together.
Well, yeah, because it's amazing. But we don't go to Tollgate to drink. We just go for the wings. Some people.
Yeah, do people go to Tollgate to drink, or do you go for their wings?
Let us know in the comments. Again, thank you for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, or if anything, tell your friends about us, see if they like it. And please add comments. We love feedback.
Yeah, we'd love to hear some feedback. Let us know how you feel about Nicholas's sound effects and also his poor pronunciation of every other word.
Okay?
Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you for tuning in. Have a good day.